You see this life, this relationship you really want, nobody's going to give it to you on a platter of gold. Nobody's going to just say, okay, take relationship goals. You're going to have to build it. It takes effort. Hi guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. Finally, we're here. I'm super excited. Okay, first off, calm down. I'm Krymkat and I host relationship recipes with Krymkat, and I'm super excited to finally be here. I've been hosting relationship recipes with Krymkat for 2 years, 5 months. That's like 29 months ish. And then we're finally brought the entire goodness to YouTube. I'm super excited. I'm super happy to be here, and I'm looking forward to the great memories we're able to create together and the great strides we're able to achieve. I'm super excited. So, quick story, guys. Yesterday, I was actually listening to the very earliest episodes of my podcast. When I want to really re-strategize, go back to the forwards, I actually go back to the earliest things I've created from the passion that I'm using. And I was listening to the very first episode, and I said, "Welcome to my YouTube channel." And me, that was just like, you're on the right track. You're supposed to be doing this. You should have done it a long time ago. But either which way, the best time to get onto doing the business was yesterday. The next best time is now, and I am here now. So thank you for coming with me on this journey. I'm really looking forward to the great things that we can achieve together, for the knowledge, the transformation, and how you can just really become who you never even imagined was possible because of the power of wisdom. And that's what I'm going to be sharing with you here. So welcome again to Relationship Recipes with Krymkat, where I'm helping you build the relationship of your dreams. I'm looking forward to an amazing time with you. With Relationship Recipes, my goal has always been to help you build the relationship of your dreams. And why am I helping you build the relationship of your dreams? We have a generation that has um, defied odds in every single way. What that means is that we are not conventional, especially because of the circumstances under which our generation has come. We are literally born with technology. I mean, Gen Zs, Gen Alphas, some sort of millennial kind of in the mix. But then largely, all of us kind of are different. And that has challenged our interaction with knowledge. It has challenged our interaction with the things that we have seen done in generations before us. So even though there are things that have succeeded in previous generations, there are so many things that we challenge, and relationships and the way it has always been done is one of those things. And so many of us are not settling for the anomalies. We are not settling for the things that have always been. We are not having the methodologies. So some of us have come from dysfunctional families, some of us have come from broken homes, some of us have come from families that actually work. But then there are still methodologies that we don't necessarily agree with. So the amount of failures that we have seen in romantic relationships has just weakened our resolve in kind of pursuing that route, and that has pursued our generations to seek alternative methods. I mean, new things like online dating has radically changed the dating scene. We're not doing things as it has always been done. Can you blame us? I don't know. But then what I'm trying to do, and what I'm going to do with you, is help you build the dreams that you really want, regardless of what has been, what you see around, how much you are repelling. You might be saying, I don't want this, but how can I escape it? And that's exactly why I'm here. You don't have to create your history. You don't have to create your past. You don't have to create your parents' past. For some of us, you're coming from places that are totally, it looks like you're being rebellious by wanting something different, because you're looking at generations of trauma, generations of like anomalies, dysfunction, and you're saying, I want something different. And it's looking like, are you being rebellious? My goal with relationship recipes has always been to help you build the relationship of your dreams, regardless of the backlog, the truckload of bad news that we see. In our generation, there's social media, and that has radically changed everything, which means we get to see in an amplified manner the number of things that go wrong with anything generally, most importantly in this context with relationships. And as much as we see a lot of what is projected to be good, we are oftentimes bombarded by those things collapsing before our eyes, and it builds fear. That's the truth. So many people are afraid. Am I really going to be able to build a relationship of my dreams? Am I really going to ever have that, story of a beautiful marriage that lasts? We see a lot of longevity with generations that came before us, but then we see things that happened in those marriages, in those relationships that we really don't want. So even though they offer longevity, we don't necessarily agree with their methodologies. For a bulk of them, there's quite a number of dysfunction, there's abuse, and there's a whole lot of mix. And where we see the relationships really flourish, those ones are not amplified as much. So we don't hear a lot about them. And so we are overwhelmed more by bad news than we are by good news. But I'm here to say that whatever it is that you really want, as long as it has to do with love, relationships, it's valid. You can have it. You can build that relationship. You can have it. That's the very first thing I want you to believe. That's the very first thing I want you to know. And that's the very first thing I want you to understand. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to help you, equip you to build what you want. So I'm not building it for you. I'm here to be your coach, here to be your guide, and here to be your voice of reason and wisdom to help you keep going, keep pushing to actually build and create the relationship of your dreams. Largely, that's what I'm doing, and that's what I've been doing. And I have progressively done this, and it's not changing. What I'm just hoping that happens with this presence on YouTube is that I'm able to serve you better. We're able to do what we've always done, but on a more refined, in a more excellent way, on a more refined scale, and just in a way that reaches more people. And I'm hoping that we're able to achieve that. How am I going to be doing that? I literally have what I call a framework. It's what we've always done, but it's just kind of helping your mind see the flow and how it goes predominantly by this flow or this set of tools that I'm going to be able to provide you. And that's what I'm going to be sharing with you today. Largely, the beginning is education. And this is not education in traditional sense. It is education in the pragmatic sense. This is getting you with the knowledge, the wisdom, the tools, the value that you need, and that brings you to the next level, which is self actualization, self mastery, self discovery, self awareness, which is our highlight, really. So, when we talk about education, you need to wash your brain. And what that means is that you need to start to look at education not as a degree, especially for us in Africa. That's what we think of education. When we think of education, we think of a degree, we think of something that we just have, to prove that yes, I'm not an illiterate. But you have to think of education as anytime you access wisdom or knowledge that is able to change your life and alter your outcomes. That exactly is what education is. And that's what we're seeking to achieve with the podcast, to provide you with education, because that education is supposed to break barriers in your mind, shift you out of any situation of impossibility into the possibility framework, and right there in the possibility framework start to help you build the relationship that you want. So every wisdom, every knowledge, every time I show up on this channel, what I want to really achieve is to give you that shift in your mind, to give you that knowledge that kind of breaks a status quo in your mind, and you're like, no, I don't want this. This is what I want, and I'm going to stick by it, right? To provide you the knowledge to build with wisdom. Build with wisdom. The Bible says that by wisdom a house is established. You cannot use love to establish a relationship. Love can be the start, but it takes wisdom to build it into something really beautiful. And that's what I'm going to be providing you. And the goal, whenever I give you knowledge, whenever I share with you on this channel, is for you to get a place of self-awareness, to get a place of self-actualization, self-discovery, to know yourself better, to understand, to come to a place of honesty where you can really say, what am I doing well? What am I not doing well? What has brought me this far? What has caused problems in the past? What is working? What is not working? What can I do better? How can I scale my result? How can I rewrite my history? You see, how can I start to frame what I want to be known for, especially in this? How can I build the kind of life that I desire? That is what I want every single encounter that we have to do for you. So every form of education, every form of paradigm shift is supposed to bring you to a place of greater self-awareness, greater self-discovery, honesty about what you need, what you have, and what you can do better, and then to really now culminate in what I call an empowerment. Every time you meet with knowledge, it must empower you. That is the highlight of true knowledge. And that's what I want to do with you on this channel, to truly empower you, to bring you to that place of knowledge, that place of power. Because they say knowledge is power. And that is the pathway of knowledge becoming power. You become empowered, you become fully you evolve. That's what I would say, because there is a version of you that can create the life that you want. The person that you are right now listening to this video is most likely not the kind of person that's going to live the kind of life you want to live. So what is the gap between who you are now and that person? Is that journey of knowledge, is that journey of wisdom, is that journey of self-awareness, self-discovery, identity, really just unpacking, hey, who am I, what do I have, what are my strengths, what are my weaknesses, what are the innate powers I have. You see, those are the things that now bring you to that place of empowerment. Empowerment is where you become the version of yourself that can now begin to live that dream, that can now begin to live that life, that can now begin to live that relationship. Because oftentimes when we talk about relationships, people always talk about the partner, the partner, the partner, the guy you want to be with, the woman you want to be with. Very few times do we turn the light on ourselves, which is really the hallmark of everything I do. Even within my coaching framework, it has to be on you. It is the quality of person you become that is directly proportional to the quality of relationship that you have. You see, so it's not relying on your partner, it's actually relying on you. Because when you really become that version of yourself that can have that kind of relationship, it now qualifies the kind of partner you end up choosing. If you remain on a lower level of self-awareness, self-discovery, self-actualization, it's going to impair the kind of decisions you make, even as regards the kind of partner you pick. And the kind of partner you pick directly translates into the kind of relationship you pick. So even if you get away with picking, let's say, a great partner, if you yourself does not become a great person, it's still going to impair your relationship. And that's why the focus is on you, really. So as I said, we start off with education, we start off with new knowledge, we start off with washing our brains, and just embracing wisdom. And it takes us to a place of self-awareness, self-discovery, self-actualization, where we're like, this is who I am, this is who I want to be. I am rewriting this narrative. I refuse to accept this history, right? And then from there, it takes us to a place of empowerment, where we become the version of ourselves that can live out the kind of life that we want to live, right? Where we are not feeling handicapped, feeling disempowered, feeling as though we are not in charge of our own lives, feeling as though there's nothing you can really do, you see. And then from that point, it takes you to the final point, which is a 4 point journey. And that is where you become a creator of the life you desire. See, there's something they say in Nigeria: nobody is coming to save you. You must save yourself. You see, this life, this relationship you really want, nobody's going to give it to you on a platter of gold. Nobody's going to just say, okay, take relationship goals. You're going to have to build it. It takes effort, it takes grit, it takes resilience, it takes every single thing that is needed in building a life, to build a relationship, a love life, a romantic life that you really, really love, and becomes a safe haven for you. The truth is that all of us want love. Nobody says, everybody wants love, everybody wants intimacy, everybody wants that safe place in their lives where they can just retreat to and be safe and be loved and be catered for emotionally and at the level of their souls, and just really basked in love. Everybody wants that, you see. But then not everybody gets it, because just the way everybody wants to be rich and everybody gets rich is the same way not everybody gets that, because there are protocols, there are principles, there are things that really undergird that life. You can just get into that place where you have that whole emotional fling and you're just, oh my God, couple goals. But then it takes wisdom, it takes knowledge, it takes being a kind of person to actually safeguard that thing, you see. So that's what I'm going to be looking forward to doing with you, to getting you to the point where you become a creator. We all are inherently creators, all of us, we are. But then we all create what our self-awareness, what our self-understanding, the level of our empowerment has enabled us to create. So if you are negatively framed in your mindset, if you are, constantly torn apart by your background, by your history, that's what you're going to build. You're going to build that kind of relationship. You're going to create an environment that supports what your past has always been. But when you empower yourself, you break out of past narratives, you push forward, you're going to now find yourself creating what you really believe is possible. So that's why I'm here. And I'm super excited about the journey. I will be hoping that you engage, which is going to be my greatest joy. That you leave a comment, that you subscribe, that you like, share with your friends, and be like, hey, there's this girl on YouTube. You should go and watch her. I think she's saying something that makes a lot of sense. That's what you should do, and that's what I'm going to be hoping you do. And I want to see in the comments. I'm looking forward to commenting, replying your comments, liking your comments, and just really engaging with you at the most beautiful level. So thank you again for coming on today's episode. We're looking forward to the next one that's going to go live, and I'm looking forward to really having a great time with you. Please ask questions. I'm going to leave a link in the description box where you can ask questions, and I would answer them on the pod. I'm going to have a time dedicated to answering questions, and I look forward to the really amazing things. You guys, I'm so happy. That's what I'm trying to say. Bye.